was a fire, baby, all I was a flame. All I was a fire until I went insane. All I was desire, baby, all I was a pain. All I was a sustenance and I was bound in chains. You got me thinking I'm too proud and big. You got me thinking I'm in all this. I was left wondering if I was to blame. If I never changed, how am I worthless? Harmless with nothing in your foolish game. I just appear you're always such a ambitious to make me your slave. When all I wanted was pleasure, not your pain.
Hey, it's Chris with Pix and Six Music Studio. If you're new to this channel, we're an all things music channel, and we like to support our local artists and bands. And we had a first for the channel. We had our first in-person interview here at the studio. The band was Half Hot, and I'm excited to share the interview with you guys. They brought me a shirt, and they brought me some stickers and a koozie. That was really nice of them. I really appreciate them bringing that stuff. If you're an artist or band that would like to do an interview, let me know, and we can get you on the schedule. But let's get to the interview, and I hope you enjoy it. All right. So, I don't know. I feel like I should be like... This is so weird. I'm used to like, oh, hey, how you doing down there? You know, now we're here.
Like here, yeah.
Here.
And then like the focus, like where we like...
Yeah, so I don't have to bring you in to the podcast because you're here.
We're here. Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is kind of awesome, the fact that you have that little cutoff. So if you just want to slide it, you can be like, and the curtain is...
Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. And I'll have to do more of these. And, invite you guys back again after this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, depending on how this goes. You know, if this goes terrible. I forgot the shirt. You guys brought me a shirt. I appreciate that. That's so awesome. That's the first time somebody's done that. First time I've had a band here. So,
well, thanks for inviting us here for the first time. We figured a little bit of Half Hot swag would be awesome for you. So
yeah, I'll definitely be wearing it at my next event.
Right.
So you want to talk about the new news? We'll just go ahead and start with that. And
yeah.
So Goosey's gone, and you're filling in, or you're not filling in. You took his place. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So it was an interesting time. I knew Goosey was headed out. I had talked to the fellas in Half Hot, and they had all talked about the fact that he was going out to Arizona. His girlfriend's finishing up her doctorate out there, I believe, and we were all super excited and happy about it. And it's like, okay. And at the time, I was looking for a guitarist for a different project I was on, and so I had a phone meeting set up with Tyler here. Probably went about 30 minutes, and I asked him if he'd be a guitarist for me. He pulled the Uno reverse on mine. And yeah, hit me with, have you ever thought about being a frontman? So that took about 3 hours of that day of me discussing, collaborating with my previous guys and with my art director, and just really being excited about the idea in a way that I hadn't thought of prior.
Right.
So it's awesome. Like, hitting him back up, we set up auditions, worked through a couple months. When I finally got the okay for it, you want to talk about how you did me wrong on that one?
So we were working on some mixes and having a meeting in the process and talking about whether or not Gabriel will be a great fit, which of course he is. And we finalized and we were like, yeah, that's it. All right. And I was like, all right, how are we gonna break this to him? They're like, you can handle it. It's fine. So on my way home, like, I got him on speakerphone and I'm like, hey man, we were just talking, and just deadpan, like.
Oh, he sounded so depressed. Like the dog had died, Jen had left him, the house had burned down, like something horrible had gone wrong. Just the whole demeanor was just sadness. I'm like, and he's gonna tell me I didn't get the spot. Great. So, yeah.
And that was not the news. I told him as deadpan as I could, hey man, you got the spot.
That's awesome. Yeah. Which it took a second. You're like, are you still there? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm in. Also, I'm never playing poker with you, which it still goes. Like, no, I'm not playing with that poker face. That was too good. That was too well sold. Not doing it.
That's awesome. Cool. So, the question I was going to ask was, so Goosey was a guitarist and a vocalist.
Yep.
and I know you guys both did a lot of guitar on the last
Yeah,
album
yeah,
together.
yeah.
It was like what 50-50 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. That
So
was that mix.
so now that are you doing 100% of the guitar?
I
now?
am doing 100% of the guitar work. Yeah. We've had to definitely like. I've had to find my way in how I approach the guitar from a single guitarist standpoint. We spent I don't know 10 years working as a two guitar like pair, which was amazing. And so finding myself and my voice in guitar adjusted has been a pretty interesting experience. It's been fun. It's been a definitely room for growth for me.
Right.
But yeah, the new stuff we're writing is kind of built around that one guitar attack that it almost feels like a power trio kind of thing instead of our 4-piece
Right.
like harmony leads and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's actually transitioned really well with the feel of the old songs that are still in the set. The transition, the movement of going from two guitars, from Goose's vocals to my vocals, and the one solid guitar from Tyler, and the bass with Casey and everything, like it works really well.
Right.
It's a bit more, definitely a bit more rocking than previous. I would say
It's a little bit faster.
a little bit faster, a little bit heavier.
I
but
grew
not-
up a punk rock kid, so definitely some of those influences are pushing through a little bit more.
But yeah, it's fun as hell watching him come into his own on that guitar and like really start to dive into what is
Yeah.
Tyler's stuff. So you'll hear it on the new single that's coming out, and you'll hear it on the ones we're going to be recording later this year.
Awesome. I'm going to expand a lot on that. So let's keep.
You're
on.
good.
All right. Cool. All right. So, have you had to like change the way you write the songs then? Because now you're kind of writing more for one guitar, or are you still like doing 2 tracks of guitar, even though? Because I always think about that. Like when you're in
Right.
studio, are you doing multiple tracks for guitar? But then when you go out and play it live, you can't really do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But so it's likely we're going to end up with at least 2 tracks of guitar. Like we're still a guitar centric band. But yeah, so live and like it's more of like the live adjustments as opposed to the in studio stuff, because I mean studio magic, right?
Right.
Like we want to like make the song sound as big as possible in the studio. So yeah, just the approach live.
Right.
That's kind of been the thing we've definitely been working on over the past few months, is like how to coalesce. What is this, especially for older songs? Like, how can we take these 2 guitar parts and rectify them into this singular guitar part for
Right.
live, and it still have the same impact?
Yeah. Because like you've got a difference where there's so much space if you just have a single guitar for some of these areas that were long solos that don't necessarily work with one. So it's been very interesting watching some of the transitions for that. Sugar's a great example. It's got basically solos throughout the recording on the track that was released. For the live, it's got 2 solos instead of 4.
It's still got the solos. We just cut them in half.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, we just shortened it up a little bit, and it works well for the space that it sits in now.
Right.
But yeah, for future songs, for the ones who we're working on, it just really depends on what the song is calling for. But the adjustments have been solid so far.
Yeah.
And so now you guys are like starting to release songs. Like you released one, was it 1 or 2 before Galaxy?
We dropped "Give Me the Wheel" and "Sugar" as
Right.
a double up prior to Galaxies about a month and a half ago.
Right. And then Goosey was on that.
Goosey
Those
was
2.
on
Right?
those,
Okay.
yeah.
And you're on Galaxy, right?
Yeah. So it's actually really cool and exciting. They'd worked it with Goosey, everything was recorded, and the fellas approached me with an idea. Essentially, they wanted to be kind of a passing of the torch, as it were, from Goosey to me, and it sounded awesome. So we jumped on it. We worked through the song. We worked through where the harmonies needed to sit. The second verse is me, but everything other than the verses is me and Goosey right on top of each other, right with each other through the song, and the blending of that is just awesome to me. Like I love the movement of it. I like how our voices complement each other throughout that, and I think it's a great like sort of last hurrah from what the sound was with Goose to what it's becoming with this new rendition of Half Hot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's dope.
So how's it going to be when you're on stage and you're not behind the drum kit?
Oh, well, we've had a couple of options for that. So to be fair, you guys were playing, and basically, to my understanding, Tyler, Jacob, and Goosey were playing for 15 years in different renditions of music with each other, and they've had fans since then. So back in March, we actually did a soft opening where we invited a few bands from in town. We talked to some folks who run some of the venues in town, and we invited every single one of their longtime fans because we wanted to give those people an opportunity for a first look without being completely jarred going into a setting at a live show in public and going, that's not my front man. But it was great. Yeah, being out from behind the kit is very different. I go from watching everyone shake their asses and knowing who did squats and who's been missing out on it and who's been running to now I'm front and center. Me and Tyler are the ones like kind of back and forth on the solos and on the parts that call for it vocally, where he's taking over the stage where I am. So it's very new, but it's a fun challenge to have to feel for. I'm used to wearing literally the bottoms. Like I'm in pants and shoes, and that's it for shows. As a frontman, I have a lot more to play with now. So I've got more bracelets. I've got rings because I don't have to throw them off of the sticks. Scarves and all sorts of things. So it's very fun in the sense of costuming and just being able to put on a stage show. Like, we're never going to be as heavy as Alice Cooper's music. But I have seen that man perform live on stage and get 50% of what he does as a live performer. I'll be happy.
That's awesome. So are you going to pull a Dave Grohl and like have that one song you go back and play the drums on?
Talked about it, honestly. Yeah. We talked about that not too long ago. So maybe. It depends on a drummer and, you know, what he can do vocally and what he can come up with. But as far as guitar, this guy's got it. I'm good with Tyler knowing how to do it. I would love to learn it or piano just so that I can help a little bit more with the songwriting. Because right now it's more of lyrics and like, all right, cool. I'm thinking the song goes like this and I'll vocalize it. But as far as the key, where I think the note should hit, it's more of me piecing it together and him having to go, this is what I'm hearing, or Casey having to go, okay, cool, I think you're trying to hit these parts, so let me work this. So yeah, for songwriting purposes, definitely want to learn a little bit more. But for drum purposes for a song, hell yeah. I love being behind the kit. Like if y'all want to jump behind the kit right now, I'll do it. But,
That'd been fun. Yeah, and you know how to play guitar. I was like, I don't have to play guitar. So you have a new song coming out.
We do.
And that's what this whole video is about, is promoting this new song. You want to talk about that song a little bit and how much you contributed to the writing process on that new song and stuff like that?
Oh, this is an interesting story.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's fun. So Tyler, Casey, Goosey, Jacob had this all recorded out, and Tyler approached me and said, hey, we've got the instrumental for the song. We love it. We want to have something that matches the energy of it. So do you want what we had previously, or do you want to hear it? And I'm like, just send me the instrumental, send me the audio track of just the music, because if I hear something else, I'm going to stick with that idea. So they sent me over the track, and I asked Tyler for a theme. Would you like to share the theme?
What was I don't even remember exactly what I said, but it was something along the lines of like the concept of fire and really just kind of fuck off. Like I'm gonna.
It's literally that. Yeah, it was fuck off and fire. That was the theme he gave me for that song. So I was like, all right, cool, and made the mistake of about 1 o'clock in the morning one night. Wrote out a few seconds of lyrics because it popped in my head. I was like, all right, cool. And then proceeded not to sleep until about 5:30 that morning when I needed to be up at 7 in the morning because it just kept popping into my head and just kept writing it out and writing it out and writing it out. Finished it, sent it over to Tyler with a rough vocal of it, and she's just like, "Oh shit," because apparently what y'all had previously was nothing like what I put on top of it.
That's funny.
It was great. Like I'm looking at the lyrics, and like he's got a little note in the middle. What was it? 26 seconds.
No, 36 seconds.
36
It's
seconds.
solo break, roughly 36 seconds. Because I just was sitting there, I was like, I managed to screw myself over on this song. I wrote lyrics over the entirety of the song, from start to finish. There is nothing but a 36-second break where there's not lyrics over it. So there's a part and a couple spots where it's call and response, which is great. I get a little bit of a breath there, but like half a second. But yeah, besides the solo break, it's just go, 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 go. Starts out da na 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 na. Literally from the get go, like just in full energy.
Yeah,
But it's fun.
it's a really fun song.
Name of the song is FFS. Reason for that is because of the fact that instrumentally it's challenging. It's not super difficult, but it's fast.
It's quick. Yeah.
Lyrically, it took a second to learn where to put the breaths so that I didn't run out in between a verse or a chorus or a refrain or any of it. But yeah,
That's awesome. So, you guys want to hear this song? I think they want to hear it, right? So,
Yeah,
So we're gonna go ahead and play that song for you, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
All I was a fire, baby, all I was a flame. All I was a fire until I went insane. All I was desire, baby, all I was the pain. All I was just S&M till I was bound in chains. You got me thinking I'm too proud and vain. You got me thinking of ending all this. I was left wondering if I was to blame. If I never change, how am I worthless? I'm less than nothing in your foolish game. I'm just a peon who gave you your way. Such a cool mistress, a mystery, your slave. When all I wanted was pleasure, not your pain. I wanna watch you burn. With desire for me. I wanna watch you burn. Are you rather for me? I wanna watch you burn. No getting pious, I hope we'll never learn. All I was a fire, baby, all I was a flame. All I was a fire until I went insane. All I was desire, baby, all I was a pain. All I was just S&M till I was bound in chains. And I do nothing that you will not shame. Never a time that we had pure bliss, fighting about nothing with nothing to gain. Losing my hope that we'll get past this. You gave me love laced with heartache and pain. I gave you love, but not my last name. I stayed too long, I think I've gone insane. I want to scream, so I guess love's to blame. I wanna watch you burn for your precious little sin. You never wanted me to win. We're back in hell again. I hope we'll never learn. For your pretty little sin. Wipe that smile from your chin. No coming back from this. I hope we'll never learn. All I was a fire, baby. All I was a flame. All I was a fire until I went insane. All I was desire, baby. All I was a pain. All I was just S&M till I was bound in chains. All I was a passion, baby. All I was a pain. All I was so hot and wild, we never felt the shame. All I was a bondage, baby. All I was a blame. All I was a trouble, but you know I love the pain.
Man, I just got done listening to FFS for the first time, and man, that song rocks. I can't wait to watch them perform that live, and I hope you enjoy the song just as much as I did. Well, back to the interview.
To their Spotify, and where else can they go see this song and stuff?
yeah. So if you go to our link in our bio on our Facebook, on our Instagram, on any of it, we're gonna have a page set up where you can actually pre-save for the track, and you'll be able to go ahead and put it in your favorite playlist. put it on your likes, whatever it is you do, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music,
Deezer,
Yeah.
Tidal, any
you'll
and
find it
the
on all
above.
of them.
Yeah, Bandcamp.
Nice. Are you guys going to shoot a video for it?
Curious about it. If we do a video, it'll probably be out to the fact.
Right.
We got a few folks who talked to us about things, but like with anything in this business, until I see the paperwork, it's just talk.
What does it stand for?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, man.
You sure? You
Yeah,
don't want the honors?
no, go for it.
Or should it be a secret?
I think Urban Dictionary is probably your friend. But there's a couple different names to it. So actually, we had an idea. We've got a show coming up August 11th that we have a couple tickets we wanted to do a giveaway with. So I think it goes with your choice of whoever has the best answer, the most
Most entertaining,
most entertaining, most interesting, most imaginative answer for what the title is. Yeah,
what it stands for.
All right, repeat the title one more time so they.
the title is FFS. So yeah, do with that what you will. You can ask us at the show when you see us August 11th, and we'll tell you what it is. But yeah.
So that's the other thing we're going to talk about. Is they have a show? Is this the first show with the new what do you call it, format? I guess.
So this is the
Lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first home show with the new lineup. This will actually be my first home gig since March of 2020. My first time playing in Atlanta since then.
Wow.
So I'm excited for it. But yeah, we had a show in Tennessee. But as far as being home, how's that going to be for you? How's
That's
that
going to
feel
be interesting. This is our first home show in over a year. Yeah. We played Star Bar mid-July last year.
Yeah. And the show August 11th is at Bog Social and Supply, right down in the West End, in the heart of Atlanta. So it's going to be a nice little jump right back into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be the lineups. The show lineup's pretty solid. We've got Stardust Sonata and the Warsaw Clinic playing with us that night. Both of those bands are amazing.
How are all the other members doing?
They're
you got
great.
You got your pun master.
We've got our pun master. He's still back there.
Who's called the Pun Master?
Jacob.
Oh,
Jacob,
yeah, that makes sense.
That you're
Okay.
right. And Casey's the we like to call Casey Overkill Casey, because he will just problem solve, and it will just be like this amazing elaborate solution.
Well, to be fair to that point, so a little while back, Casey and I worked on FFS. We were working on mixing it, and he had some ideas for it that just didn't click at all with my mind. Didn't have them at first, and to begin with going into it, not what I was thinking, but working his ideas and mine together on that for the vocals, we got some really cool and interesting parts that if it just been, okay, here's how I'm thinking for it, that would have been it. So that little bit of deep diving and extra like, hey, what about this tweak? What about this? Actually turned out really fucking cool for this song, and it's really solid.
So you used to have like I can't remember what it was. It might have been your webpage, but where you had like your little blurb.
Bios.
Of each
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
All right, so it's his.
I mean, we can pull it up right now.
Yeah.
Well, you already have one. I haven't.
Oh yeah, no. So the reason why we've been a little quiet is because when I joined up, I have been doing music for. I've been playing music and performing music for 11 years, and got really into some of the intricacies of it in 2016, and have been doing a couple things since then. So it's like, okay, y'all have stuff you've been working. I'd had things I've been working for my previous project. It's like, how do we blend together the knowledge, the combined knowledge of what Half Hot's been working on and what I'd previously worked on in Greco into something new and exciting for Half Hot that'll build on what they already have established before I joined up. So we did a brand meeting right off the cuff. We got some really cool ideas. We found out that we were all surprisingly very connected and together on where we were thinking musically going forward, which we hadn't discussed it at all as a group. So it was really cool. It's like, okay, we're all like these guys, the Struts. They were one of the bands who we were like, who's someone who their level of success, their way of playing, their energy is something that we enjoy. And yeah, each one of us, like, we had a bunch of random answers throughout, but this was one that everyone was like, yes, we all agree this is a good indication of what the hell we want to do. So yeah, it's been very interesting and very fun. And honestly, I got a little sidetracked. So what the hell is the question?
What your nickname would be? Not nickname, but like
What's
like
your-
what like
I am the resident bull in the China shop.
yes.
Gotcha. He's a resident bull in Channel Shop. Well, I already had one going in, and it kind of works again for these guys. I am our resident cat wrangler.
I remember.
I mean, if you want to hear what we have written up on the site, but yeah, if you go to halfhopmusic.com, you go to the bio. We have one set up for every member. It's been updated, so yeah, you'll hear all about what my new take is on my position as frontman for this band. You'll hear Tyler's updated bio. You'll see Casey's, and the band bio is solid and tight. So cool. That's exciting.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little bit social media.
So I mean,
You have website,
Website,
you
yeah.
have YouTube,
Yep.
Instagram.
So I can take it away on that if
Sure.
you're cool with it. Halfhopmusic.com is the website. From there, it'll have links to everything else, but on Instagram, on TikTok, on Threads, on Facebook, on everything except Twitter, you will find us at Half Hot Music. And then if you're on Spotify, you're on Apple Music, you're on Deezer, look for Half Hot. You'll either see the updated logo that we have, because we spent a little time doing the whole rebranding across the entirety of it. But yeah, everything on the back end is set up. So if you're looking for us and you're curious what the change is, Bandcamp's updated. Spotify's updated. Apple Music's updated. Finally. Don't ever change your photo on there. They do not like it. There's so many rules about what you can and can't have. But yeah, Half Hot Music is our
kind of across the board.
tag
like,
across
yeah.
the board, with the exception of on the streaming services. It is simply the band name Half Hot. Link in bio on pretty much every page that we're able to put one that takes you right back to our website, to our Spotify, a list of things that we're interested in, maybe a fun video of us all skinny dipping. No, just kidding. Those ones will come in Patreons maybe later down the road.
We had OnlyFans later.
Well, I mean, we did have someone interested in a shirt that you were wearing, I think. It was actually prior to me being officially in it, and I was still auditioning. It was a very strange and fascinating individual. Asked if they could buy a shirt that Tyler had been wearing in a photo.
That's right.
And
I had forgotten about that.
I don't think we kept in contact with them, unfortunately.
We did not. That kind of fell through.
But yeah,
Yeah.
all sorts of opportunities out there if you're feeling it and you're feeling that you're that sort of entrepreneur. So yeah, we're all for it, man. Whatever it is that what your brand is, if it's putting creativity out there and it's not hurting people, it's doing stuff to uplift. Hell yeah.
So are the shirts new?
Shirts are new. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
They have merch. So where can they get your merch?
You can find it on our website. You can find it at the merch table at the show on August 11th. We just updated our merch on our website, so we have a few different offerings. There we've got some that style logo tank tops. What else do we get? There's a tote bag, a water bottle,
And there's
that particular shirt.
also that shirt, because we've got some of them that you can find with us at the merch table. But if we're out of sizes, if you
there's a
have a
size-
size that's a little bit more particular, you can
on
find
the
on the
website.
website. We go
we go from extra
all the way
small
down.
to 5XL.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have to get some shirts for me eventually. I mean, this is like the one.
Well,
that fits me.
we know
That's
some
where you
people.
start, right?
The shirt you saw over there, that's from our buddies at Terminus Tees. Printed that one out for it. We love the quality of it. So yeah,
And so my goal was I wasn't going to print shirts. Like my wife keeps getting them for me, like for like Father's Day and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
that's
like
awesome.
she just has like people she knows, do like little vinyl
Yeah,
things.
Yeah.
So my goal is if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna make shirts up. So subscribe,
Hit that button.
and I'll make some shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
So, all right, back to the show. So when's the show again?
August 11th. So August 11th at Bog Social and Supply, Half Hot will be making its first official debut in Atlanta since this formation of the band in its current format. So I'm excited. I haven't played music in Atlanta since March 2020. We played in Tennessee a while back at a festival that Daniel Karasek put up. It was fun as hell. We thought we were playing on this little van stage. There was a pole behind, and when we got there was this glorious, massive festival-sized stage that the folks at the campsite were like, y'all can use that? Have at it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, apparently that band's doing it all over. Jump back to the other part. But yeah. August 11th at Bog Social and Supply. We've got pre-sale tickets on us. I don't know if you can really see that in here. Up here. That is Tyler's face on there.
It's not my face. There's no face.
Half of his face. But yeah, we've got pre-sale tickets printed up. They're $10 a piece before the show. $15 at the door. It's 21 plus, so unfortunately, if you're below that, we'll catch you around on the next time, maybe,
Sorry.
depending on what venue we're at.
Right, yeah.
Venue rules, not ours.
Yep, right.
And yeah, you can buy them from us. You can hit up your favorite Half Hot member. Probably going to be Tyler. Everyone loves him. This is how that works. He's a guitarist. He plays the strings, gets everybody's heartstrings going. This is how that works. But yeah,
Cool. So if they can't catch that show, will they be able? Where do you post about your shows and stuff so they can find your next show?
Absolutely. Probably the easiest way to find out about the next show is go to our website. We have an email list. Sign up for the email list, and you'll be the first to know when we start. Like, you'll get show information, you'll get new song information, stuff like that. So that's probably the best place to go.
and actually, if you sign up for the email list, we're going to be putting out some cool information just after the show. So make sure you sign up to that because that will be the first place you hear about it.
Cool. So everybody, check out their music. Check out their YouTube channel, their website. Get tickets for the show. Get them before the show because it's cheaper.
Yeah. And also save yourself some money.
And also, you get a chance to see his beautiful mug and mine. But yeah, we are Half Hot, and come out to the show August 11th, folks. It's going to be a hell of a good time. We can't wait to perform for you in the city and show you what's up and show you what's new.
Awesome. If you want to see more interviews like this, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And
Where is it? It's like right
yeah, it's somewhere down there.
Somewhere.
here. I
The
think.
bell back here.
Right there. Oh!
Ring the bell.
Sorry, there's drums. I can't help it.
But thank you for watching, and go straight home.